What's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to tonight's live webinar on Beyond the 1040. And what that means, just if you don't know, what that means is we want to actually share some information with you how to start and become your own business in the financial services industry, especially in the tax industry, beyond 1040. So what other avenues that we can do that's going to allow us to be able to go beyond the 1040? Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Donnell Lovely. I am the owner of Lovely Financial Services Refund Tax Solution, where we help small business owners scale their business to 6 and 7 figures with strategic tax planning, as well as showing other people how to do it as well. So in tonight's video, guys, we're going to be covering some concepts that's going to talk strategically about this this section here. All right. And so what I wanted to do is give this thing a few minutes, let some people come in, see where everybody's at, and then we can actually go from there. Okay. All right, guys. So, guys, if you don't know me, again, my name is Donnell Lovely, owner of Lovely Financial Services Refund Tax Solutions. Here on tonight's webinar, I'm actually going to be going over a couple concepts that actually tell you guys how to actually start get into the actual financial services industry beyond the 1040 and do things that's going to help your business grow, like create automations and tasks and things that way. Okay. And so first things first, guys, why to go into the tax industry, why to go into the financial services industry, is because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Okay, I've been in the industry for about seven and a half years, going on 8 years, and what I tell you guys is the work is rewarding, and the income that you can make is unlimited, right? And that's one of the only ways that you can actually make money. Um, kind of not working for yourself. I mean, working for yourself is actually to get into the financial industry, aka sales, right? So when you're actually in the industry of sales, you have to learn certain type of skill sets, right? Your skill sets determine how well you're doing in the actual industry that you're in. Understanding who that you want to talk to, identifying like who your audience is, who are you catering to, what are their problems, right? Why are you the solution to their problems? How can you interpret that solution in order for them to be able to be comfortable and actually go with you? Because people buy from who they know, who they like, and who they trust. And when they do this, then you should be the one that's being top of mind for them to go to you, right? So for instance, if I'm actually giving somebody, if I want to be able to be one of the best barbers in the country, I want to be able to showcase my skill sets by clientele that I have coming in, posting that out and marketing that to other individuals, so that now when it's time for them to be able to make a decision, they've already had interactions with me. They already understand what I do. I understand their pains and their problems, and I can actually offer a solution. And so when you do that over and over again, it's a repeat system. It's an actual way to be able to get um, dependable client, dependable income. And now just to take that to another step forward, when you put people on what's called a retainer or a subscription model or a membership model, that entails what you have more revenue that you can use. Now you, instead of you having to do one-on-ones, you can do one-to-many. And so instead of saying, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna bake a cake and you watch me do it, I'm actually gonna have a class and say, hey, here's how to bake a cake class. Here's how to be able to actually do this, and we'll do it together. So for the instance of the tax industry, for our perspective, I actually show people how to build and start their own tax firm. I actually go through the process of the tax laws. I go through the process of building a business. I go through the process of understanding marketing. I go through the process of dealing with clients, how to set their workflows up. And I also go through the process of understanding what pains and problems that my ideal client and your ideal client will be facing based on your niche and who you want to work with. Okay. And so that one part of it is understanding who you want to work with. It's very, very important to be able to craft your message out to other people. Okay. And so that's one of the things that I like to say is um first of all, first you got to know who you're talking to. Then once you got to know who you're talking to, once you understand their problems, then you want to be able to you want to be able to research other companies in the same area that's doing that. And that gives you an idea of who do you want to target, who do you want to connect with, who do you want to be in a relationship with, or what are they doing that you can actually not say duplicate or steal, but identify some key issues that they have. And so for instance, if I go in online and search a topic, then I can actually understand who's already in that industry doing what I wanted to do, look at what they're doing, look at their client feedbacks, and then say, hey, they're not doing X, Y, and Z. Then I can actually craft my message and say, hey, I can do the X, Y, and Z that you were having problem with before, and now help you solve a whole different problem. Okay. Um, Other times you have clients that come to you and they don't know what their problem is. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to set everything up. It can get overwhelming for people to be able to do that, and that's why you want to be able to position yourself as that particular expert, right? And so breaking down some of the concepts of why the tax industry, again, it's an over $300 billion industry. Every single tax year, more than $300 billion goes out into the tax industry and refunds and credits and things like that. Okay, and so just off of that alone, if you're able to get, a piece of that, a tenth of it, or 1% of that, or 0.5% of that, that can be substantial income for you and your family for a few months worth of work, right? Now we do things year long, but the first 4 months of the year is the actual, the heart of the season. Now we prepare for that months ahead of time too. So we kind of like we go into, year round mode, but in the meantime, we be able to actually focus in on who we want to target and what we want to talk about. Okay. And so number two, right, is being able to have a dependable or a way to communicate the problem and the pain to that particular client. We understand what the client pain and problems are. We understand what we want to be able to do. Now we got to figure out how to craft that message to be able to attract the people we want to and deter the people we don't want to, right? So if your message is just it's on refund transfers or how much I can get max back this, max back that, then those are the time tells you want. The people that owe money and say, hey, I owe money, I can wait or whatever like that, they're not the clients you're trying to attract. So understanding who your qualifications are, what they have, and what their problems is, that way you can maneuver your way around the actual business. The second part of it is actually running a business as a business, separating it out from your personal, right? You want to make sure with your business, your personal business is separate from your business. Okay, separate from your business. And how do we do that? We create LLCs. We segment them from our Social Security. Everything runs through the LLC S corporation status. Then we actually file a tax return, get a K-1, and actually report that the rest of the income on our W-2 tax returns. Okay, so that's one of the simplest ways that I've seen to be able to explain how the whole process works, right? And then once you do elect to do either a bank product or a self-pay, you can actually get it taken out of your account. It's going to talk a little bit more, but it can happen. Okay. And so with this program and this rollout beyond the 1040, it's actually going to just show you those kind of concepts. Why is it important to be able to scale, grow your business with niching compared to just wanting to work with any and everybody, right? Also creating a niche that's going to support another company um, in this respective field, but not doing the same thing. So a mortgage broker and a realtor They in the same, they're not doing the same. They working for the same client, but they're not doing the same thing, right? So a tax professional and a bookkeeper, some of them may not be doing the same thing, but they intertwining with each other. Okay, and so one of the main things that I like to talk about is client acquisition and referrals. Okay, client acquisition and referrals. How did you get your first client? Rip off and duplicate that process because it works for you. If you wanted to scale up and actually become a brokerage, a business owner in this industry, then you have to do a couple other things to be able to do that. But it's always in the position of what you want to do and how you want to interpret that information that you're getting. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. And so workflow processes. Do you have your SOPs in order? Your systems and your processes. What does that look like for you and for your business? Do you know how to what are you saying when you get on a phone call? What are you saying when a person tells you that they can't? You can think about it. What are you saying for every single step that we go? We're gonna have to track their information because we want to make sure that our products and services are a high quality for the people, and that we also able to make money in the process without having people trying to get over on us. Okay, okay, all right, cool. And so that's it for the part one. Stay tuned for the part two. If this was helpful, informational, I'll go ahead and put the link in the bio. Go ahead and register for this particular program. It's going to be on sale today for a half price. And I want you to be able to get this information into you so you can actually scale, grow, and be successful in your business. Okay. With that being said, guys, this is Donnell Lovely signing off for Lovely Financial Services and Refund Tax Solution, where we actually help small businesses scale to 6 and 7 figures using tax planning strategies.